Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all. I see that there's a lot of people waiting today. Awesome. Nice to see you all. Who is here? Crossover Paranormal Society. Hello, Jonathan. And Dawn. Yes, you are not here with me. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Denise and Herb. Awesome Wood Things. Okay, Jerry's getting some blame. Yeah, Awesome Wood Things is apparently up to a lot of shenanigans. Jerry's fault. Okay, good to know. Neil, hello. David. Polly wants a crafter. Awesome. And the Kiwi. Crocheting around New Zealand. Hello. And you're mowing a lawn. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish you could come here and hang out and have fun. That would be awesome. Steel Sky is here. ABD. Hello, Becky K. Hello from Wisconsin. So yeah, that's a far away from little me in Sweden. Suzanne. Hello, everyone. So, yes, it's 10 o'clock Sunday evening here in Sweden. And normally I would have Dawn here, but Dawn is not here. And some of you might already know why. Dawn had a lot of stuff happening. And yeah, she needs rest. But she can't sleep because too much happened. Samantha, hello. And also, I've been awake for 20 hours. So I'm running on sugar. And I'm still gonna have fun and enjoy it. Yes. I wouldn't miss hanging out with you guys because I like it. I love hanging out here. So even though I might be maybe getting tired in a bit, who knows? We're gonna go full steam ahead until I pass out. Maybe. Jen Reeves is lurking. Well, that's fine. Go ahead and lurk. That's also totally really good. Yes. It's totally fine to hang out and lurk and crochet away. Keep your hands busy. I'm not sure, Neil, if I'm going for a short stream. Because if I'm having too much fun, I'm not making any promises, but we've had a lot of times where we can't keep track of time because we're having too much fun and we just stay for the funsies. We have seen Nightbot in here, so I'm just gonna double check because I see people asking for commands, and Scrapdolls should be the command if you want to drop your link. That's what Nightbot says should work. We might just have to wait for Nightbot to figure that out. He might be a slow starter today. Yes. Jessica, hello. Susan Burke. I'm sorry if I'm missing anyone. I'm feeling that the chat is popping here today, which I like. Yes. I have a lot of yarn behind me. Yes, I do. And a lot of it is also hidden because there's things in the way and I'm in the way. And yeah, things. I bought, this is a hanger from IKEA with like loops. It's on just a hanger, but I put all my shawls here. There's 2 holes in this whole rack, and I don't remember, was it, can I count this somewhat easily? Is there 15? No, 18. I can fit 18 shawls in here, and I have 16. I did have one shawl actually move out of here yesterday because today is my mother's birthday, and she was here yesterday, and she got to pick one, and so she did. Yep. So I gave her one, a neon green to white virus shawl. That's what sparked joy for her. So, Yes, okay. Relax. As I said, I've been up for 20 hours. This has been a very eventful 20 hours, and yeah, it's just I've been kind of turning my day around a little bit for a few days in a row. Like I've crashed before the kids, fell asleep like after dinner, and woke up. Well, last night I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and the night before then I woke up at midnight. So, like, few hours of sleep, just, up all night, up all day, falling asleep after dinner. It's probably not the best thing, but I had a lot happen this week. Like, there's been things day after day after day. Like, there's just been so much. So, yeah. And it just keeps giving, you know? Stuff just keeps happening. So I don't know when I'm gonna rest. Like, because I'm so hyped up. Yeah. Did I see some people sneak in? I think I saw some hellos and highs from people that I didn't see before. Suzanne wants me to speak Swedish. Swedish is my native language. I'm not really good at just, saying something. So if you ask me like a specific phrase, it's going to be easier for me to, say say something that you want to hear, I guess. Hello, Paula. Yeah. Um, I've had some coffee, yes, and blackcurrant cider or soda. It's non-alcoholic, but it's me in my wine glass. It's just what we're doing. But I think you know that for yeah, that's um Debbie Grapert. Hello. I have been working on a pattern of my own. I have had the pattern tested. I made it a few times myself, and now I'm making a lot more of them for a specific project. So, yeah. Pattern is written, it is tested. I just want to make some stuff with it, and hopefully also a tutorial that I can, get you guys to so that you could also make it, I guess. So it's a square. It's not a big thing at all, but it's a square, and I have done it in different yarns, so you can see like different sizes, and that's what I did while writing the pattern. And after making these two, I'm now making a bunch of them. So this is what I've been working on, and as you see that there's still some to go, but yeah, we're doing something with these squares. Yeah. And when I'm finished with creating what I'm supposed to creating, or my idea, I guess, hopefully I will also be in the mindset of getting a tutorial made, and getting some pictures, and maybe releasing this pattern. Yeah, it would be nice because I have been working on it for a while, but I've also been working on a lot of other things. So, yeah, it hasn't been, I don't know. I've just, so many things to crochet, and not enough hours of the day. Yes. Happy birthday in Swedish. Grattis på födelsedagen. Yes. Hello, Mr. Kits and Bits. Well, you're not late. You're just, you're just on time when you were supposed to be here. You were airbrushing something pretty. Are you airbrushing some airplanes and whatnot? Just scrolling up and down here a little bit in the chats because yes. Because it's poppin'. And as you guys are talking to each other, I'm sorry. Yes, okay, we're blaming it on late malfunction up here. Yes. Yes. You have no idea what I said. Well, I said happy birthday, and that is grattis på födelsedagen. So it's, yeah, we have extra words. Warhammer. Yes, okay. You're talking stuff that I don't know, but you can show me later. Yes, Tam, you show me later what you're working on. I missed Tam's live stream this Friday because that's one of the, periods where I actually did sleep a little bit. So, yes. Yeah, there's a lot of us that's running on no sleep. I didn't sleep much. Polly Wants a Crafter hasn't slept much, and we know Dawn hasn't slept much, or she needs to sleep, but she can't fall asleep. Yes. So I know that there are some people that is worried about Dawn that was here. Well, for me, it was last night morning, and stuff happened. She is okay, and yeah, she just can't really relax after the events that has been. So she's just not able to sleep. That's why we still see her in chat, but I'm not allowing her up here. Well, if she's gonna come up, she's gonna come up, but I'm not expecting her to come up. And none of us should be expecting her, but we know she loves hanging out and this is her safe space. So there is the possibility. But hopefully she's just gonna pass out because she needs it. Yeah, that's for sure. She needs to sleep. So I can update you guys on some other projects. You have seen me work on this shawl for a few Sundays now. The Heart Collector Crochet Along shawl. It has been growing, but not as much as you probably expected. For one thing, the rows are so long, so it takes a lot of time. It's like 2 hours to just do one row because it is a lot of chevron, increasing chevrons, really. So every row is longer and longer and longer and takes more time. And I do have this much left on what I have here. And now, for once, you cannot see what we have left, but it's still the same. It's still the big one and the small one. So I haven't done more. One of the reasons is because I have this little nifty row counter. And it is really handy that you can actually see how far you are at. But there's also a little reset button. Someone pushed it. So instead of me working on it for 2 days, I just put it to the side and I was like, I need to figure out what row I'm supposed to be working on. And until then, it's on timeout. So it was on timeout. Now I have counted the rows, but I just haven't started back yet because I got so stuck in my squares. And I'm really proud of the fact that I have been sewing in the yarn tails as I've been going. Well, I have finished, like, the centers are one color, and then I changed to do these petals. So, like, once I did all the little buttons, the centers in the purple color, I sewed the yarn tails in. And then I did them also in the minty center. So when I did all, every time I finished one color of a full round on all of them, I sewed everything in just so that I can keep on top of things. Yes, for once. So that's not something I would normally do because I hate the yarn tails. I don't like that. What am I missing? You guys are talking so much. Neil, no. I'm taken. Yes, Dawn needs to take care. Yeah, I know. Neil just keeps wanting to keep me hostage. He likes to hang out in my chats. Yes. Uh, I am sure I missed out on conversation about beavers. You might have to fill me in on whatever conversation that was, but um, it sounds like you were having fun. ABD doesn't want to talk about it, so yeah, someone's gonna tell me later, please. Sounds like I missed out on something. Yeah, okay, ladies' night. That explains it. Yes, okay, awesome. So I had a plan to sit here and crochet, but I don't really know what I'm gonna work on. Jessica's lost. Well, I'm kind of lost too. So welcome to the club. I think it comes with the, you know, being awake for a long time. You just get lost. I was lost before this, so can someone find me? Lost in translation, lost in space. Yes. My hands are feeling better. Yeah, Thursday was when I overdid things in the garden. After that, my hands were all shaky for like 2 days, weak, just yeah. But I did mow my own lawn and two of the neighbors' lawns. We don't have the biggest lawn, so that's not a big thing. I did trim the hedges with the motor hedge trimmer thingy thingy, and that one's heavy. Um, and it's also vibrating just like the lawnmowers. I'm guessing like the vibrations were doing something to my hands. But then I was also like raking up leaves, just a lot of things. And I'm usually not that, doing a lot of physical stuff. So it is kind of expected that I would be sore because the rest of my body was sore because of just not used to working out like that. But yeah, my hands were just too much. I couldn't crochet. I was miserable. Joe is nodding and acting like she knows what's going on. Well, still, there's always a good time to organize yarn. Yarn avalanches is not something that we don't like them, but it gives us a reason to play with our yarn. Hello, Henry. Yeah, well, I used to pushing mowers, like I do it occasionally. Like we take turns on doing it, but it's just yeah, I'm not really doing a lot of physical stuff whatsoever. So it's just anything really gets me tired. It was a small yarn avalanche, and now you're missing a couple of empty bags. You're missing a couple of empty bags. Is that a good or a bad thing? I don't know. Or was the yarn avalanche bagged already? Live, love, crochet. Hello, welcome. Yes. What am I gonna do? Should I do some rounds on my thingy? Or should I do something totally different? Should we talk about the shawls that's hanging here nice and neatly? Because I know that there's probably some shawls here that you have never ever seen because I haven't really showed them. I know that before we finished the renovations, I did have most of the shawls hanging in the background so you could see them, but we never talked about them all. Um, I know this is a favorite of the season. Who doesn't love some skulls? It's spooky season, right? Oh, I know this would be looking a lot better if I had a solid background, but you can still see me. I can see you poking through here. Lost Souls skull shawl. I followed a fiber spider video tutorial, and I used a Sultan shadow cake in gray to black, and used the 3mm crochet hook for this. And I haven't used it because a lot of my shawls I haven't used. They're just hanging here and being pretty. Yes. Oh. Yeah, so that's one of the things I have here. I guess I'm going to put them all back up later, but I think I'm just going to take them down one by one for now. Let's go. I don't want them to fall, so we don't want to have too much of an unbalance. Yes. So how about just a granny stitch shawl in a mystery cake. I did buy a lot of the mystery cakes from Hobby, and this is one of the cotton cakes, but I'm not sure of the colorway or anything since it came without a ball band. It's just a granny stitch, very simple pattern. I'm not doing any birdie dances. No. We're not dancing. Thank you, Steel Sky. So, how about some bread? We're getting closer to Christmas. I know that some of these patterns is a long time since I made, and I don't really remember all of the patterns, or the names. I think this is, could be Secret Path pattern. I think I'd say most of my shawls are just the cotton, 100% cotton cakes. The ones that's not is 50-50 or 55-45 cotton and acrylic. But I only use thin yarns to do shawls, really. And this cake was red, white, and red. So I have not color controlled or anything. But there's popcorns, and there's chains, and there's front and back post stitches. I like that it's just enough popcorns, is not too much. But I do prefer the popcorns to the puff stitches. So puff stitches are TBG. Hello. I am not doing birdie dances, Tam. Yes, hellos and hellos. Am I too fast when I'm talking about the shells? Just, let me know if there's anything you need to more close-ups, or if I'm just, there's a lot of them. So yeah. Hello, Drini. How are you today? We're talking about my shawls today because I have a lot of them. And yeah, I haven't talked about them. This is actually not a Hobie yarn. I think all the other yarns are Hobie yarns, but this is not. This is actually a recycled cotton cake that I found at my dollar store a long time ago. And the pattern is a diagram I found on Pinterest that I just thought looked cool. And this is the first shawl I did with like these types of yarns. So I wasn't sure of like how far can I get with one cake of yarn, and figured like if I take a very lacy pattern that I could make something really big. And it did get really big. But we got the grays, and we got the greens, and then we got the yellows on this one. But it is not as soft as the other shawls because it's a recycled cotton. So it does feel a lot harder. It's more like, I guess you would call it kitchen cotton. yeah, it's about that type of feel. It's a beautiful shawl, but yeah, it's not the favorite yarn I've ever worked with. Um, I have some that have color controlled, and I will show you that in a minute. It kind of also depends on like what I want the final result to be, whether I should color control or not. Um, I keep them. My shawls is kind of my go-to type of project, and I've been thinking about like doing some type of Christmas market fair thingy. But last year I was like, I don't have enough inventory. I cannot fill up a booth by myself, and doing larger projects that take longer time, you don't get that many too fast. So maybe these will disappear around Christmas. If I get the courage to get out of my house and actually do it instead of being scared, I guess. Anxiety and stuff. So I don't know if I could pull it off. I wish I could sell stuff, but I haven't found a platform that really works for me. So, hello, Molly. How are you today? Welcome in. Yes. This one is color controlled. Speaking of color controlled, this is the exact same colorway as this one. So this is what the cake looks like, worked up from inside to outside or outside to inside, since it's red on both sides. And this is what it looks like when you color control it and get the white later on. And get just one fade type of thing. I could probably have gotten more white out of it. I did have more leftovers, but this is what the pattern looked like. This is what it ended with. So it just felt, made sense to do it like this. But it could have been a little bit bigger. Trying to think about what this pattern is. It really looks Christmassy to me because it has these like Christmas decorations. Is it garlands like hanging from the fireplace type of vibe, and then a lot of just popcorns that looks like Christmas ornaments. Could it be Lost in Time, this pattern? Could be. I don't know. I'm not sure. Chris's Kaleidoscope. Hello and welcome in. I'm on TV. Thank you. I like hanging out on TVs. Then you can see me really big, if that's what you want. Hello, Robin. How are you? I saw you earlier because you were live. Or maybe you're still live. I don't know. We got not a cotton yarn. Yes, I did say that I had a few. That's not. This is a granny stitch shawl. It's a little bit on the smaller side compared to the other ones. And this is one skein of Universe. I do like to use two Universe when I make shawls, but this was like one of the first shawls I ever did with Universe. So I used one, and this is the size I got. So it's still a decent size. It's still good enough, I'd say. I like to tie my shawls underneath just because, I don't want them to go all over the place, but it's all good. This is sparkly. We like some sparklies. And these cakes, I have a bunch. But it's one of the smaller cakes with really thin yarns. This is also really thin yarns, yes. Just like the cotton cakes. This is a Halloween colorway with the cutest ball band ever. Halloween, pumpkins, spooky season. Makes us happy. We like the spooky stuff. Yeah, so that's what we have going there. I'm pretty sure I can do a market too. One thing that I don't like is, doing it all by myself. If you need to use the restroom or something, you don't just want to walk away. And I don't know. It just feels better if you got someone with you, and I don't really know who that would be at this point. So, that's also another thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like I could pull it off. I just need to find something that isn't too far away, costing an arm and a leg to get a table that might actually, I don't know. I don't know. I've thought about it. There's just a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes in my head, and I'm always second guessing myself. I did color control this. You might see where I color controlled it. This is a Kriya shawl, and this from the dark to the light is one cake. I had another cake that I did another project, and these white stripes and this darker, it's the same colors up here, is leftovers from the other project I made. So just to get the colors, use up these scraps, I put them in different places. Like I could have just hid them, put this up there and the whites at the bottom, but I figured like it's more of a fun effect to put them in other places. So that's what I did. This pattern is by Tina, and it's available as a tutorial on her YouTubes. Yes. The Mosaic Queen can also do other things than mosaic patterns. What do we have? Thank you. Yeah, some of the colors I have not picked because I did get, mystery bags. These two yarns are still here from mystery bags. There is still two of these yarns are mystery bags. This one with yellows to black, and this is the gray to black that I did the lost souls in. So they are still from the mysteries that I haven't used yet. So I don't always pick my colors, but when I do pick my color, it's colors that makes me happy. Or that I can, imagine something that is for a certain person and that person has certain color preferences or things like that. That's what, then I can, go for colors that I probably wouldn't pick. It's also the Halloween yarns. I did get the Halloween yarns last year that I really wanted, for the colors itself. And this year I got some just because I didn't get them last year. It wouldn't be my first picks last year, as well as some of these up here. But I felt like I need to give them a chance and see them in, just to see them because I haven't had them before. Because I have been very surprised with yarns that I normally wouldn't, go for. I have certain colors that I do like more than other colors, but the colors are just gorgeous. So I have been venturing out and getting stuff not to like my own preferences, I guess. But I can't imagine other people wearing them colors, so it's gonna be gifts. And sometimes I do think about what will look good in pictures so that I can put them on the Instagrams and show you guys. Because I don't want to do everything in the same color. That's just going to be boring, right? I don't want to bore you guys. Let's go for another red and white and get rid of them because I did get 3 of these cakes in the mystery bags. So I have a virus. And I don't know if you can tell the difference, that this one is a little bit bigger than the other 2. We can get which one? That one is the smallest of these. just for size reference, they're both blocked. Here's the center of this one, and here's the center of that one. I'm just going to line up the centers, and I'm just going to hold out one wing. Yeah. Center of both here. The wings are totally not in the same space, and also at the bottom. Hello, VJ. So, yeah, this is one really obvious reason, or, obvious comparison to yarn eating puff stitches, popcorns, and all of that thing, and lacy, open, meshy, holy types of patterns. Same amount of yarn, a lot bigger. For those who doesn't know the difference between, yarn eating stitches, even though there's holes along here, but this is eating and this is just not. It's kind of fun to compare them like that. Ugh. I'm sorry for itching myself, but I have been moving stuff around, and I might have accidentally opened my box of wool yarns, and I think there's a little bit of wool in the air. Yes, sheep's wool, because I cannot really handle that very good. And I usually try and stay way out of those boxes, but sometimes I just have to look. Okay? Well, I opened it yesterday when my mom was here. And she got to pick, as I said, her birthday present. And she did pick a virus shawl. So this pattern, just neon green to white edges. So it was like neon ombre down to white. Just like one big gradient. So apparently that was her color. So it moved. I think she liked it like more for the pattern or the color rather than the pattern. So where are we going? We can go for this one. Another Sultan Shadow. From a pink to a black. This shawl actually was diagram on Pinterest, so I had no idea what I was expecting. But as I was working on it, I saw a pattern when you flip it upside down. Yeah, okay, I'm going to put it like this and you can see the pattern. I see an ice cream cone with like scoops of ice cream. So that was a fun thing. I don't know what it's supposed to be, because you look at it when they're hanging upside down. But yeah, it's ice cream cones, right? So yeah, pinks to blacks. This is kind of in the season now. I would definitely see this being, using spooky season colors, even though it's more of a pinkish purple, fuchsia maybe. But I love the darkness down here. It speaks to my dark heart. Yes, some people would say I'm not just wearing this for the inspiration of the season. That's actually like a reflection of my personality. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really know. Steel Sky have the yellow to black and worked. Oh, it's going to be a virus? Yeah, the yarn cake I had over there, yes. Tam, I'm just gonna ignore that comment because I have no idea what you're talking about. Apparently, he's agreeing to stuff, but no. Steel Sky says your horns are holding up your halo. Of course, they are invisible. I guess mine could, but I sometimes joke about that I'm getting strangled by my halo because my horns failed me. It's just, fun jokes. I have humor. Some might disagree on that I have a sense of humor. and some might just disagree with my sense of humor. And yeah, so this has a different shape. It's an asymmetrical shawl that I started working here and working my way so that it's a triangle, but in the other direction. And this is, I don't even know what this pattern is, but there's a lot of popcorns. All of the puffsies you see is popcorns. And this was also mystery yarn. No ball band, no colorway. And this is one shawl that I'm not gonna let go of, because I made this shawl and I used it for a funeral. So this is sentimental. Sentimental. So this is just gonna stay because, yes, memories and stuffs. But I really like how it looks. It is very different to all the other shawls that you see that I have made. Hello, Nisi, freehandly made. How are you? We're talking about my shawls today. I have a bunch and I haven't talked about them. So today I'm talking about them because, I don't know, I need to feel. Growing up in Sweden, like, you might not know a lot about Swedish culture, but in Sweden, there's a thing that you shouldn't be like. It's called jantelagen, the law of jante. You should never like think you're better than anyone else. You're like just as anyone else. You shouldn't brag. You shouldn't. Yeah, you're just as good as everyone else. And talking about money and how much you make, that's just totally taboo here. We don't talk about stuff like that, and we're not comparing ourselves to each other. And it's frowned upon to brag about yourself and if you're good and whatnot. And I made all of these during 4 years. That's about the time I've been crocheting. And some of them I've been like, I crocheted them, I've been looking at them, I'm bored because I've seen it so much. So I feel like I can't show you guys because, it's so long since I made it. It's going to be weird if I show it now. And I just have to change my mindset, I guess. That it is okay to dust the old stuff off and show you guys because you haven't seen it before. This is hopefully inspiring to some of you. It might be giving you ideas or something. You might want to try a new pattern, or there's a lot of things that could be interesting, I guess, from these shawls that I'm just like, yeah, I worked on it. It's done. It's tucked away. Hello, Lydia. Welcome in. And also, like, I have done a couple of viruses. You have seen the red and white. I talked about the one I gave to my mother. That one is neon green and white. And this is an orange and gray and black. I'm not sure if this was a Halloween colorway or a Black Friday colorway, but it's limited edition colorway from Hobie. I think it should be Halloween, but Hobie has been a little bit, I wouldn't say stupid, but some of the Black Friday yarns I would consider being more of a Halloween type of colorway, and some of the Halloween yarns I'd be like, sell it as a Black Friday colorway, because it doesn't necessarily scream Halloween to me. So, yeah. I like the viruses because they're easy to make. You don't have to think too much. Since, when you start learning the repeats, it just is the same. But yeah, I want some different things to do. So I don't really, I don't do the same back to back. Tam wants me to live stream teaching people to crochet, and you're going to teach me to make a model kit. Well, it could be a thing. And I know you know this already. I like to hang out with the model kit builders as well. And I did win a giveaway a while back. So I do have me a wooden kit of a motorcycle. That's going to be a challenge. I just need to be in the right mindset to get into this, because there's not enough hours of the day to crochet. Where am I going to have time to build a kit? So I have it. The challenge could be on at some point. I think there's probably going to be a couple of people laughing at me trying to figure out how this works, because I have no idea. I do know how to build puzzles, and I do know how to think like with tricky stuff. So probably going to be able to figure it out. I just, when, where, who knows. ABD wants me to build the kit. So yeah, there's some fun to be had in things like other things. Can this crazy Swedish hooker do other things than just hook away? Steel Sky needs the kit for her boyfriend because he rides bikes. Well, we can talk about that more another day, because I know that there's plenty other things out there. Hello, Aisha. How are you? Happy to see you here. So let's go for this one. I don't remember the exact composition of this yarn, because this is, I guess, a novelty yarn from my fancy, really, yeah, they're not really nice in the local yarn store here, because they do more focus on selling curtains, fabrics, and they have a small yarn section. But they had this really fancy yarn, really expensive. I know that there's a video where I talk about this in depth with all the yarn specs and everything. So there's videos if you want to know more about this yarn, because I don't remember. It's been a while. But I know that there's linen and something. I think they're like a composition of, is it maybe 4 different types of fibers in this? Maybe. But like, look at the colors. Okay, like I love the colors. We got blues and pinks and purples and minties. And they're like pastel-y with, I don't know, it's like stonewash or something. It's a really nice effect. I don't know what you would call this yarn. Melange? I don't know. I don't really know. But it's definitely a happy colors to me. Like I like the minties and the purplies and the teals. So these are my colors. These are really my colors. Hello, So Yarn Arm. And this pattern is actually also a Tina pattern. I think she called it the Corazza, or at least, I guess, this far down or something, because then I winged it at the end. Because, yeah. But it is not a triangular. Is it hard to see? I am a little bit cramped here. I don't have a lot of space. So it is 5 points to this. It's not a triangular. But yeah, 5 points. So maybe not the most common shape of shawls, but I like it. It is soft, even though it's not the softest. I guess the linen is a little bit rough. Yeah. See, they're piling up here. There's a box, and then I have the shawls that I'm just piling over. We're going over to chocolate rose. Okay, so this colorway is actually chocolate rose. It is a dahlia, 100% cotton, and it's browns. Rosy browns, beigey browns, deep browns. Pinterest diagram pattern thingy. I have done this pattern before, So it's not the first one I do in this pattern, but it's the only one in this pattern that I still have. I did one in actually a colorway that I have made something else. I could maybe get that in a few. Yeah. But yeah, it's like fans going through. And it's just really, really pretty colors. Yes. Like these browns colors, how they fade. It's really pretty. We have a Halloween yarn that wasn't available for this year's Halloween. I guess they sold out last year and didn't have any more. But it was a Halloween yarn. And I call this my boho shawl because I thought that this was a little bit of boho chic with the fringe. I haven't blocked it, and I also haven't trimmed the fringe because I was thinking about trimming the fringe as I was blocking it, and I just haven't, so it looks a lot rougher than it needs to be. I was so afraid of this yarn cake. I was so afraid of these colors. This is definitely not my colors. Like this really bright green, not my color. Like I prefer them more tealy, emerald. Like this is, yeah, not my green. And I'm not a fan of orange. For some reason, orange has been growing on me. But it's still not my favorite colorway of yarns that I've ever had. But working it up, I'm, happily surprised of how it looks because it looks really cute like this. But I was just looking at the cake and I was like, I'm never going to like these colors. But I do. It's like of a ugly pretty thing, if that makes sense. Can something be ugly pretty? And the worst part is, I'm liking the colors together to the point where I have more projects planned with these colors, even though I don't like them, but I do like how they work together. Which is weird. It's just, yeah. Oh yeah, the shawl holder, now you can start to see what it looks like. It's IKEA. Because I'm in Sweden. We get our stuff at IKEA. Baked with Miss Red. Hello. Now we have more fancy cotton yarns. This is still a cotton yarn, but this is a Sultan Deluxe. So a regular Sultan yarn will have 4 strands laying next to each other, not twisted together. The yarn is twisted together. It's also 50 grams more. A lot longer, like 200 meters, 200 something yards, more yarn, and of course more expensive. This is a half circle. I'm gonna show you 1/2 of the circle. But yeah, we have a half circle shawl. And I kind of see some hearts. I don't know if you see them in here. Like there's a heart with, I guess, strings attached maybe, or broken hearts if you want to look at it that way. I tried to see positive stuff in here, so I'm just seeing strings attached hearts more than broken hearts. I have more of this colorway. One is peeking out over here. And the other one I have already started because I fell in love with this colorway. I did actually buy this of someone, some leftovers. There was solid white in the beginning, and all the white was taken off this cake because I guess it was needed for another project, and then I got to buy the leftovers. So I didn't get the first white part, but I really love the colors. And you see the blanket I have behind me? This is what I made for my 3-year-old daughter. And I like these. I also saw a blanket of a similar type pattern in this colorway. And then we got to know that there was a family, or like, within the family, there was going to be a baby. So where did I go from there? Well, I was thinking that this would go for the mother, and then I'll make a blanket for the baby to match. So far, unfortunately, I have not finished it, but I have started. So matchy, mother and baby shawl and blanket is in progress. I'm just gonna hold it here and I'm gonna read some because you're talking, guys. I love to see that. But I'm talking too much and I'm not good enough to pay attention to everything at the same time. So, you can try Jysk. I don't know if they have it. IKEA might be able to ship it to you. But yeah, the teal blue, we love it. All the cakes, all the sultans and the dahlias, they are from Hobby. There was one that was from my local yarn store that I showed, and then there was one from my dollar store. But I think, like all the other ones I've showed you, have been Hobby yarns. But you have the Sultan, Sultan Shadow, Sultan Pistello, Sultan Deluxe. There's a couple of, different ones. And it can be hard to find. So if there's anything that you want more details on, I'll help you find, numbers or colorways, and I'll help you with that, because I love to talk about my Hobby yarns, but I do also understand that not everyone wants to geek out in like color numbers. This is a Paraiba Tourmaline colorway. It's white. Here you see the white that was missing from the shawl. You see the shawl starts in this color, because here we have the beginning of the shawl. But it is the same colorway, so mother and baby gets a matchy thing. And also I was thinking, because I have the two cakes, I'm going to use both of them, starting with the center of one, which is white, going out to this dark teal. And then the next cake, I'm going to work from the outside in, so it's going from the teal back to the white. So the edges is going to be white, which I hope is going to look good, because like it's similar to this. I worked from the pink to the yellow, and then from the yellow to the pink, and then from the pink to a yellow, and from the yellow to a pink. I used 4 cakes on this. But I don't like to sew in yarn. I don't like to color control, and I don't have to when the yarn is doing the work for me. Sultans of Swing. Well, yeah, we can sing a little bit, listen to some music while we're crocheting away. You're finishing off a bit of yarn to make to make a small blanket for your dog. Yes. The blue and green ombre I'm holding is a sultan, and what? No cake, please. Sultan Deluxe Paraiba Tourmaline. I have a color. I have the other one here. Let's get it. Okay. Now I have a shawl avalanche. Is that a thing? My shawls are avalanching down. I'm just gonna poke them behind there and get this cake out. So this is what it looks like. Sultan Deluxe, color number 12, 250 grams, which is 8.8 ounces, 1,000 meters or 1,093 yards, 100% cotton. It's a number 2 fine and recommended 3.5 to 4 millimeter crochet hook. I'm using 3.25 millimeter because that's one of my favorite sizes to use with this thin yarn. But I am a loose hooker, loose tension when I'm hooking. Yes, that's me. So you might enjoy the bigger hook sizes. I always get to downsize. So that's what it looks like in a cake. This is what it looks like in a loosey-goosey shawl with a lot of lacy holes. And this is more of a solid with some popcorns that eating yarn, not a lot of well, holes that small fingers and toes can get stuck in. Yeah, the deluxe ones are more expensive than the regular sultans. Not just for the fact that, it is more yarn weight-wise and length-wise, but the yarn is twisted together, and there is, it's not 4 strands just held together. They are twisted together into one single strand, and that is an extra step of processing. So it takes a little bit more to make this type of yarn compared to the ones that isn't twisted. So of course the other one's going to be cheaper, but remember, you get more yarn, so you can't just be like, it's more expensive, for reasons. Yes, the colors are great. Like, teals and yeah, it's my colors. You might have seen these two. These are this is a twister, and I have a Sultan Deluxe Shine. Like, this is the fanciest yarn I have, but there is Sultan Deluxe with sparkles, okay? But just love the colors. I love the teals and I love the purples. So yeah, yeah, this is my colors. I'm probably not the biggest fan of pinks and, yellows and other things, but like, they work so good. But yeah, like, just like this. This is just gorgeous, okay? Yeah. I don't know what to do with this one. Like, I don't dare to touch this because this is like one of the prettiest yarns I have. So it needs to be for a really special project. What that is, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I have 2 of these, and I also have this one on top, which is a Twister Solid. And this is the same color as the outside. So you can get these colors in solid cakes in case you want to do something and then, run out of the color on the end. There's a solution. You don't need to go and buy a whole cake because they're small ones, which is good. I'm sorry for the mess I'm making here. I want you to see all my pretty yarns, but I'm just, they fell down. I'll sort that till next time. I'm just going to show this because I had to move it to get the other ones out, but this is different colors. And this is a twister, just like these ones. They are twister. And the twister is similar to the deluxe with that they're twisted together, but they're also 55% cotton and 45% acrylic. So this is mixed fiber yarn, but it's really soft and squishy. You made a sis homemade half circle shawl with the sparkly brown mustard. Yes, that sounds pretty. Like, the sparkly colors are just gorgeous. Yes, they are. I need to finish this. I need to. But it's getting there slowly. I've just been working on all the other things too. And we have one more shawl. Also, Sultan Deluxe. In a rainbow color. For everyone that likes rainbows or pride or whatever you want to use it for. But look at the depth, the clarity, like the dark, vibrant colors. They're really, really vibrant. We got the red and we got the orange and the yellows and the green and the blue and the purple. And I was a chicken. I am not gonna, I'm gonna laugh about it. Like, when I was, I had done the straight part, but not the shells of this, just not the finishing shells. I was so worried. Will I have enough yarn to last me the whole round? I put it on a shelf and I left it there for probably 3 weeks before I put it just down and got to work on it. I made a short. There's a short on how much of a chicken I was because I had so much yarn left. Um, I seriously was like, I'm gonna run out of yarn, and it's gonna take me like at least an hour to go all the way around this because there's a couple of stitches here. When you're doing these types of shells, there's a lot of stitches. Um, and I was like, I don't want to be like almost at the other end and like I'm running out of yarn. It's not gonna be enough for the whole round. So it just, I just, I didn't do it. And when I did it, I had so much yarn left. I was just laughing at myself, like, why are you such a chicken? Because I hate frogging. Because that was the worst thing. Like, I was trying to figure out, like, is there an alternative type of pattern I can do? Is there another type of border that I could do that would still look good without eating a lot of yarn? Because also the row just underneath it wasn't solid purple. Because I had the color change during the row. If the full previous round had been solid purple, I could have left it there. But you do see that there's there's color changes all through. Like they're really not very visible. Or like a really gradient type of fade. But I wanted the full last round to be the same solid color. Yeah, I was a chicken. Okay, yes, for sure. Oh, and now I can show you what this hanger actually looks like. Because I can take it down. So it is actually a hanger with just loops. And it came in a package like this. So that's what you would be looking for if you go to a store to find something similar to hang shawls on. I do get that the type of shawls we do when we crochet is a lot chunkier and heavier than, if you had a silk scarf, they would definitely not be as heavy. So I don't know if this one actually can handle the weight of all the shawls, but so far so good. I'm going to hang them back later. I'm just going to leave them there for now. They're there. It's all good. I have some catching up to do. Hello. I love to crochet. Well, you said hi and then you run away to get coffee. I totally get you. Nana Michelle, hello and welcome. The yarn is so pretty. Are we talking about maybe this one? Is this the one we were talking about? Oh, I should have said, I think this was just a random Pinterest diagram that I did. But it is another type of shell stitch, 2-row repeat. I think you can see the shells a little bit more clearly in the lighter colors, maybe. Oh yeah, you can see them here. Yeah, so it's a Pinterest diagram. That's usually where I find stuff that looks interesting, but I have no idea what they're going to be. So it's kind of a mystery to follow the diagrams. Because a lot of times it's not just the fact that they are, not a picture to go with the pattern. Sometimes you can see diagrams, but you can clearly see that the picture shown, because there's pictures on some of them, and then there's a diagram, but it's not the same. It can be like close, but not the same. And that kind of annoys me a little bit that someone's like trying to use someone else's pattern and maybe make a diagram and make it look like it's the same. I don't know, but it just, if you're taking the time to put things up there, please make sure it's correct. I kind of feel like the Pinterest diagrams is a fun thing to do as a break between the planned projects I have, and if I just feel like doing something really mindless, not focus on things. Yeah, because that's easier to handle, I guess. I only look at the diagrams and check a little bit, you know. Yeah, no, but I just don't like it when they're not matching. Sinkhole, rabbit hole to get into the Pinterest charts? Maybe a bit. I don't know how many things I have saved there. Probably more things than I will. Well, no, I could technically do everything I have in my Pinterest thingy. I don't have that many things overall, but I probably wouldn't enjoy doing some of them, and some of them are just for inspiration. Yeah, and I have done a lot of them as well. Yes. So you guys, what are you working on? What do you have in your glass? And, what's on your hook? What's in your belly? Are you fat and sassy today? I wouldn't really say that I am yet, but I know that there's actually some food waiting for me when I get out of here, because the food was arriving a little bit ago, and yeah, so I get to eat when I'm finished here because I need to. Well, it's not like I didn't eat before, but I did mention now I've been up for 21 hours. Yes. So, I need to eat maybe a little bit more now than yeah, I normally would. Because being awake on just sugar is not the best thing to do. No, no. Oh, are you guys agreeing? Is this a good color? Yeah. This color for a pair of fingerless gloves. What do you think? Is this the right color for fingerless? I'm thinking dragon scales. So this type of uh, like scaly. This is the same color. Just that I didn't get this really bright purple in here, but scaly fingerless gloves in this colorway. Is that spooky enough? Is it good for the season? I'm really in, need of fingerless gloves. I just don't know why I haven't gotten to do them yet. I guess because I have so many other things I want to do and not enough hours of the day to crochet. I cannot say that enough. Yes, Hobby Universe. And I have a bunch of them now. And we can see them sparkle. You see the sparkles? I might be not really showing you all of them. There you go. You get to see all the sparkles. And also I have sparkly pumpkins. And I know the other colors get really washed out, but you do get to see the sparkles in the pumpkins and the dice bag because they are sparkly. Is this too bougie for Halloween? I think not. No. I think that's perfectly fine. But yeah, as you could see, the other yarns were not really feeling good about, oh yeah, if we leave it like that, you get to still see the sparkles. And I'm sorry to move you guys around, but I guess I want you to see everything. Everything. All the yarns. What I ordered when. My Halloween yarn haul this season was these three, the purple, and these two. That one was from last year. This is not a Halloween colorway down here. It's the Regal the Star. But I got me these three twisters. It's the orange to brown, orange, gray, black. And that one is pink, purple, blue, and black. Not necessarily Halloween yarns, in my opinion. Well, the orange, gray, and black is Halloweeny, but I think the other ones could work other times of the year as well. And I did get me this one, but I did not have. Oh, you're talking about the foods. Well, I didn't order. He was also hungry, and he went to go and get the foods, and I'm guessing I have a Big Mac because that's what I normally would get, or I have cheeseburgers because sitting here for a bit, I could reheat them more easily. I don't like to reheat salad. So yes, McDonald's. We have McDonald's in Sweden. BJ just wants to know about the foods, and I just want to talk about the yarns. This is so typically me. I am so into my yarns. My yarn dungeon. This is heaven. Yes, this is my happy place. I like to sit here a lot. Can you imagine? I sit here and I wonder what I'm going to do. I did get me some yarn the other day, and I did start a project, and then I ripped it and I started again, and it was just size wasn't really good, and now I need to get more yarn. So we're making a hat in this yarn, which is really pretty light. It's not really a neon green, but it's really light apple green, and there's blues and whites and grays. I'm really liking it, but I ran out of yarn. I need another one. I only got one of these. It's really thick. It's thick yarns. I usually don't use it, so that's why I decided to try. Like, I don't have this many thick yarns, so I didn't know how much to get. So I need to get one more so I can finish that. You knit mittens with Halloween yarn, not Goodwill. Try connecting instead. Okay. You like foods, yes. Well, Swedish food is. You could go to IKEA and get yourself Swedish meatballs. The Swedish meatballs at IKEA is really good. Maybe not as good as like if you would get it in Sweden, but it's almost the same. Yes. Hello, Michi. Hope you're doing good. And yeah, I have not slept. No. No, my brother and mother, they came yesterday, and I fell asleep after dinner. Was it around 6, around 7, sometime there? Or, no, it was maybe probably even 8 when I went to bed. 7, 8. But I had been up since midnight the day before because I fell asleep 6, 7. Really weird hours now. But I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning, and now it's 11:18 p.m. So I was up for all night. I was hanging out with Dawn. We went to the haunted house. I was hanging out behind the scenes with her, and she did a couple of extra lives, and she's had a rough day. For those who know that watched her lives last night or this morning or whatever time it was for you, she is okay. She would have been here, but she needed to sleep. Like, she's been up and she couldn't sleep because too much happened. So she needs to rest, and she might cancel hobby bingo, depending on how much or how less she gets to sleep and all the things she needs to deal with. So keep an eye out. So far, she hasn't canceled it, but she was considering doing it, but she's probably not going to decide until last minute. So I hope you guys, keep an eye and be there if you can. She really would need the support. But if she's if it's too much, I hope that she gets to rest, because she was considering to come up and hang out with us because she felt like she needs to. But I think she needs to sleep. And I said, like, I can deal with this tonight. I can hang out with all of you guys, and we're going to have all the fun. And she's been watching us from the chat. And I did get a little update a little bit ago that she almost fell asleep. So we've been whispering in her ear, and she's been watching us. But yeah, she needs to sleep. Because yeah, stuff is just, it's too much right now. And yes, for those who are, want to know what happened, we don't have to discuss this here, but she did take the lives down. So uh, we're not gonna revisit them. Granny D's in the house. Hello, hello. Well, I did sleep a little bit, but I just haven't slept enough, maybe. 21 hours awake, sugar. It's working for me. I have for years have issues with sleeping. So it's yes. It's not a new thing for me, but it's been better and worse in periods. Some periods I can sleep pretty good, and sometimes I don't. Lori Armstrong is hopefully getting pepperoni pretzel pizza because I guess, poking family members to go get it might be working. Let us know how that goes. I've never had pretzels on a pizza. Is that good? I don't even think we have that here. Mm-mm. Yeah, she is okay. I've been hanging out with her behind the scenes for pretty much all day, and she's not alone now. So just because I'm here, she has other company. Cause yeah, we don't want to leave her alone until she feels safe. She's really gonna appreciate all the wishes for yeah. If she's here for Hobby Bingo, let's all just give her love, okay? And if she doesn't do that, then whenever you see her next, just give her love. Um, Neil, are you not good at multitasking? Is that a manly thing? Because I think that there's more men that also has issues with multitasking. It's okay. Um, there's a possibility for that, kits and bits. Yes, I am the type of person that likes to hang out after streams and hang out and talk to people and just hang out. So I like to do that and get to know people because it's just fun. And some things just doesn't belong on the internet. Sometimes you just need to talk about other things. And I also like hanging out with, if you have a stream and I come up and join you on a panel, if you want to hang out after, I'm often there to stick around and hang out for a bit after. Because it's fun. I this you guys are my social life, okay? This is what I do. This is this is as much social as I am. And if I'm not here, I'm not really social with anyone besides the people I live with, okay? Um the crust, it's the pretzel dough. Oh, okay. I was imagining like the small pretzels on top, like sprinkled all over like a topping, but that's also, is that more crusty, like crunchy? And instead of red sauce, you have spicy cheese. Neil at work, watching 2 live streams and modding in one. Yeah, okay, it's totally fine if you just listen in. We're drooling over the pizza. Yeah, well, I would like to try that. It does sound interesting. And I like me some pepperonis and cheese. Yes. We have these small, I guess it's like deep fried. I I think like the mozzarella sticks, but these are like balls and like chili cheese balls. I don't know if that's a thing all over the world or if it's just something we have here, but we have chili cheese balls. Yeah, they're deep fried. They're good. Well, I started this YouTube channel because I didn't have anyone to talk about crochet with. and yarn and geek out. That's how I ended up on the YouTubes. And now I have a lot of new friends, and I have a lot of new inspiration, because I get inspiration from a lot of you guys. And you have a lot of good ideas that makes me want to just put down what I am working on, pick something new up, and that's why I'm probably going to be the next Granny D and have a Mount Whitmore of my own. Yes, maybe. Am I jinxing myself by saying that? I don't know. Hello, Sable, and welcome in. Yeah, Molly, you should eat today. Have you not eaten today? I have eaten today. Multiple times. Yep. That's just... You need foods. I need foods. I did get a lot of drink to just make sure that I'm surviving. I don't want to fall asleep on you guys, and I'm having too much fun. I don't want to end early. I'm not. No, I don't. That's not my thing. Jessie the Crafty Gypsy, how are you? Coffee. Yes, I've had coffee today. I like coffee. How do you drink your coffee? I like mine almost 50-50, maybe more like 40-60, 40 coffee and 60 milk. That's how I like it. Because I am impatient. I get the coffee. When it's done, I pour it up and I get the milk to cool it down. So I basically can just empty it upside down, because, you know, I don't want to burn myself, but I want my coffee as soon as possible. Neil is, like always, trying to keep me hostage. I'm not allowed to go until Neil tells me I'm allowed to go. It's fine. I'm not running away anytime soon, because I'm having the funs. Yes. Should I crochet some today? I haven't crocheted anything today. Kits and Bits has a sense of humor that is really fitting for the season, I guess. I guess you don't like coffee? Or are you saying you don't like women? Or both? That's a good one. Yep. Okay, I'm tired. Or just a little. Yeah, a little bit tired. But it's all good. It's all good. 2 teaspoons of non-dairy creamer. I don't really know what creamer actually is, because we don't really have it here. We like, if we would go to like a coffee machine and press a button and it will make something out of like the powder, like there's a white powdery milk type of substance. If that's a creamer, I don't know, but yeah, that's like the closest thing I would imagine that we have. Pizza on the way to Lori. Yay! I kind of would like to see what the crust looks like. So I have a Facebook group that I created for you guys to be able to show me pictures of what you're working on. And I have it linked in the description box. So if you want to take a picture of the pizza, you can post it there. And I can drool over the pizza whenever you post a picture. So yeah, the powder could be the similar thing to what they have in the machines. Gotcha. Mm, mm, mm. I just need to double check what I'm doing in my own pattern. I'm doing 2 yarn overs, yes. Come on. Iced coffee is also nice. There's nothing wrong with iced coffee, Zach. No, 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 no. We like to drink the coffee cold in the summer and warm in the winters because that just makes sense to do. Yes. And I'm the type of crazy person that can brew a pot of coffee in the morning, turn it off, leave it be, and during the day I'll go and refill my mug and I'll just put the milk in, and the coffee is cold, so it's it's not iced coffee, but it's cold coffee with milk. That also works for me because reheating it in the microwave kind of gives it a weird flavor, so I don't like to do that. Yeah, that's not my favorite thing to do, at least. I think it's looking right. I'm on the right track. And when I was younger, I liked to go, like, we had a coffee shop that had like different flavored syrups. That was also nice. Caramel frappe. That sounds yummy. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my stomach growling. I guess it's just reminding me that there's McDonald's foods waiting for me whenever I decide to finish here. We don't know when that is, but yeah, it's gonna be later. Mm-mm. Yeah, microwave coffee, no thanks. I'd rather just drink it cold. Yeah, you can make ice cubes out of the leftover coffee so that if you would, do iced coffee, it wouldn't be watered down if you would, because that's what it would be if you just used regular ice cubes. So yeah, to avoid that, you could freeze the coffee leftovers. Awesome, Lori. I'll take care of that as soon as we get out of here. There's a few people that could approve the thingy, but I don't know if they are around right now. Because at least hopefully one is supposed to be sleeping. No, no, no. I'm not going anywhere. Nope. The food gets to wait. My stomach is just a little bit noisy occasionally. More just apologizing if you could hear it. Because I don't really decide when it wants to make noises. And yeah. A dictionary in the coffee shops. Yeah. I kind of couldn't tell you because I don't really leave the house and we don't really have any coffee shops because it's also very expensive to get coffee outside of the house. Well, it's not really cheap to get, the coffee in house either. Um, because coffee prices have been going up, up, up here. So, yeah, but I can imagine what it is going out for coffee. I think that the closest thing to like a coffee that I get, I don't really call it a coffee, but the McDonald's has what is it that I like over there? Um it's a frappe mocha. It's kind of more like a smoothie type of thing, but like with the ice. It's not the type of frappes that I would imagine because I had the real deal in Greece. But it's more like I guess a coffee slushy. Um or milk coffee slushy thingy with either chocolate sauce or caramel sauce and whipped cream. But it's really delicious. But it's more like, yeah, coffee slushy. Pumpkin spice coffee. I've actually never tried that. I don't know if you guys are in my Facebook group. I don't really think so because I don't really have a lot of people that's been joining up there. But I know that my Facebook group probably isn't the place where I post most things because I'm mostly on the YouTubes. And yeah, I could get better at things, but I did mainly set it up because I'm really curious to what you guys are working on. And some of you don't have channels or ways to post your projects so that everyone could see it. So yeah, it's I guess that's the reason why I started a Facebook group. Well, an Amsterdam coffee shop is probably not just a place you would go to for coffee. But then again, yeah, yeah, not the same thing. A moo latte, a Dairy Queen. That just sounds so cute. Of course, it would be a moo latte at the Dairy Queen. We don't have that here, so I don't know what that would be like, but yes, it does sound like something that I would try because it has a cute name and it has coffee. Okay, so you put the pumpkin spice mix in the ground coffee before you brew it. That is kind of making sense. I have done that multiple times, usually with either cinnamon or cardamom, which is my go-to spices for coffee. I don't even know what's in a pumpkin spice, but I'm guessing that's a spice blend. But yeah, we pumpkins are not really a thing to eat here. The Halloween pumpkins are popular here because Halloween is something that's been growing bigger and bigger. But yeah, not everyone here celebrates Halloween. But we don't really eat the pumpkins. Or like butternut squash, I guess, is the a popular eating pumpkin here. But I don't know if that's what you would use the pumpkin spice mix or make pumpkin pies out of. Well, Neil, I'm not going to force you to go back on Facebook if that's not where you want to hang out. It's only for those who wanted another way of showing their things that isn't, you know, some people have YouTube channels, some people have enough subscribers to get the community tab and then they can post there. But for everyone else, and also sometimes I post stuff that goes behind the scenes. Yeah, I need to get better at it though. Dirty chai latte. Chai tea with a shot of espresso and steamed milk. Why would you destroy coffee with mixing it with tea? I'm sorry, but I'm not a tea drinker. To me, that's just like dishwater. The only time I'm actually forcing myself to drink tea is when I'm sick and I have a really, really, really sore throat. I would do um, vanilla tea with milk and honey. That's the only time I can drink tea. Cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves. I like nutmeg, but I use it in totally different things. I've had nutmeg in the food yesterday and today because I like to have it in my mashed potatoes. I do, well, potatoes, butter, milk or cream, salt, pepper, and nutmeg. It's yummy. I don't know, is that a thing you guys would use? because I hear a lot of people being like nutmeg in mashed potatoes, like even in Sweden. You know, fellow Swede thinks it's weird. To me, it's just like family recipe. My grandma did it, my mom did it, and so am I. Pumpkin spice recipe: ground cinnamon, ground ginger, nutmeg, allspice, and cloves. Well, it sounds like good spices to mix. I have never mixed them together. Pumpkin spice has everything but pumpkin. Yeah. I'm guessing you're supposed to add it to pumpkin to make the pumpkin taste something or better. Yeah, coffee and tea is just not something I would ever consider putting in the same cup. And Kits and Bits don't want to destroy the tea by mixing it with coffee, and I'm the other way around. Hello, Jeannie. How are you? Well, I'm going, that's for sure. It's still a little bit away, but I've been up for almost 22 hours. And I'm having all the funs. Chai tea, heavily flavored with cardamom. Well, that's a spice I like, so maybe that could work. Yeah, Joe Speakman's using community tab to post things. I'm not the only one using nutmeg in mashed potatoes. Thank you. Thank you, Soul Yarn Arm. I'm not crazy. I'm not just a crazy Swede here that only, yeah, all good, all good. I I don't know what the thing with you guys mixing coffee and tea. If my goal is 24 hours, 24 hours awake is actually not something really uncommon for me, I guess. Um, I have actually considered doing a 24-hour live stream, but I don't think that it would be too much fun for me to do that all by myself. And also, like, if I needed like food breaks or, dehydration or things like that, then it would be probably more fun thing to have a panel to so that if someone needs a little bit of a break, it would still be fun going on. Yeah, that is definitely something that I want to do at some point. But to make that happen, I might have to get the family out of the house for a weekend. And I'm not just going to kick them out. It's like if they want to go and do something and go and hang out with grandma and grandpa for a weekend or something else. That's then I'm going to plan it. Yeah, cuz I want to do it because it's just so much fun. But being awake for 24 hours, I'm probably going to be awake for 24 hours. Whether or not I'm going to be live streaming until I reach the 24 hours awake, that is more of a debatable thing because that's still 2 hours and 15 minutes until I hit the 24-hour mark. Well, I am a crazy Swede. Yes, I am. But I'm so much fun. You never had nutmeg on regular potatoes, but you've had it on jams or sweet potatoes? Well, I never really had jams or sweet potatoes probably in ways you would do it. Um, yeah, that's not something we normally eat a lot of here. Yeah, maybe with a few people and take turns on, yeah, to hang out. But yeah, definitely like if I do a 24-hour stream, I'm going to be here from the beginning to the end. It's not like, yeah, small breaks to eat and fill glasses, and that is definitely a good reason to have company. Well, if YouTube is gonna split it up, then so be it. I have no problem with doing several lives just back to back in that way if that needs to be done for technical reasons. Um, but it's still, yeah, I'm still gonna do it, you know, how it needs to be done for technicality. And I also think that occasionally I might have to restart my computer because sometimes it starts to act weird after being on for a bit, and I might have to do that, and then I'd be gone for 5 minutes. So it's, I love to crochet has a crazy sweet husband. Well, crazy sweets are the best sweets. Janie, Dawn is having the night off because she had a lot of things happen since she was live at the haunted house. There was 2 lives in between the haunted house and now. Both of them are removed because just a lot of things happened. I can definitely, you know, tell more, but not on the stream because we just don't want to talk about it right now. And she is okay. She's resting. Hopefully, she's actually sleeping now. But yeah, it's totally fine. And she might miss the Hobie Bingo stream. I guess it depends on how she feels when she wakes up. And I forced her to turn her alarm clocks off because she does live by alarm clocks and sleeps for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours between streams sometimes. And yeah, so alarm clocks are off at Dawn's place. And if that means no Hobie Bingo, then so be it. But please keep an eye out, or like go over there and check out because if she goes, then we need to be there to support her, right? I'm not saying that it's canceled. I'm just saying it might be. But I'm more or less expecting her to be there because she likes to hang out with us and that's when she feels safe. So we need to support her. Yes. I have heard of root beer. I have never had root beer, so I don't know what it would taste like. Sassafras, I have no idea what that is. Is that a spice, seasoning, herb? What is that? Well, I have no idea when a 24-hour live stream would be possible, but I'm guessing it would be weekend, whether it's Friday and Saturday or Saturday, Sunday. I could not tell you until the opportunity arises, and maybe that is something I would know the same week. So, yes. What is yummy with ice cream? Is that the sassafras? That's a sassy name. It's a root like 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 um like a spicy root, like ginger or wasabi, like they're small roots. Um or are we more talking about horseradish? Well, I guess that's also similar because horseradish and the wasabi are related. Or like beetroots. There's a lot of roots. Oh, it's a poison. Well, how much fun. Cajun seasoning. I had Cajun seasoning. I'm not sure it's the authentic Cajun seasoning, but I have some Cajun seasoning thingy. I like to use it with chicken. I actually do like a dipping sauce to go with chicken nuggets, and it's either sour cream, creme fraiche, or Greek yogurt, or like, you know, the thicker types of yogurt, plain kind of natural yogurt. And I take Cajun seasoning, curry powder, the yellow curry powder, salt, lemon pepper, Yeah, I think that's about it. I sometimes spice it up even more, but like that's what I use to make a cold like curry dipping sauce with my chicken nuggets. Okay. I Kits and Bits is not liking root bears. No. Um okay, this sassafras knowledge that Neil has is just I'm not gonna remember that tomorrow because I've been up too long. I'm sorry, but I know a lot of weird things about weird things, and this is the type of thing I would pick up something from, but my head is too tired. I'm sorry. Mm. Okay, so you do use the leaves and the root. I never had gumbo. I don't really know what that is supposed to be like, but I have seen pictures of it and it kind of doesn't really look very appetizing to me. It looks very brown stew. Maybe it's not the way it's supposed to look, but that's the ones I've been seeing. Um okay, so it's kind of a friend of the ginger ale, the root beer. Hmm. Root beer float. Isn't that when you put ice creams and sodas? Is that the floats? A little like floaty iceberg of ice cream in sodas. I think that's it. I'm not sure. Niels knows nothing about sassafras, but Google does. Good to know. Google knows a lot about a lot. It is a good friend. Okay, so stay away from the root beer because apparently that's not good for your health. Yep. Yeah, a lot of things are not good for our health. Seriously, there's a lot of things that's not good for your health. A lot of fun things. I guess we just have to figure out like we're all gonna leave at some point. So how do we want to spend the time until then? And I think most of us want to enjoy the time we have. So yeah, we have to pick and choose. Um Oh, so the root beer was not made with this. What was made with the sassafras? Now I'm confuzzled. Root beer floats. Yeah, root beer over vanilla ice cream. Oh, why did I mess with my wool yarns and why did I not take an allergy pill? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My nose is just being stupid. And just because I said something, there might be something coming my way. Because just thank you. uh I I don't know if root beer is I guess it could be available here because we have a couple of stores that specialize in importing things from other countries and they have more specialty things. I'm pretty sure we have ginger ale, but I'm not sure about root beer. We do have Mountain Dew, so I have tried that. Oh, sassafras tea and Cajun seasoning. Okay, okay. So yes. Please go away, allergies. Please, please, please. Yes. Animal fibers and I are unfortunately not friends. And I have been touching my animal fiber yarns because I did get a lot of animal fiber yarns before I realized I can't handle them. And I still occasionally get in contact with some of the stuff I made in animal fibers, unfortunately. My plan is to get rid of it, but I haven't so far. I did get rid of some yesterday. My mother was here. It's, yeah, it's still her birthday here for another 4 minutes. But she was here yesterday and we had some coffee and cake and just, having some kind of little mini celebration of her birthday. She left here with one shawl that she picked out of all the shawls that I've made, and I did show my shawls. For those who wasn't here earlier, I did go through all the shawls that I had on this, and now it's empty because all the shawls are just in a pile. Yeah. But my mom picked one, and I also got her some of the. I did get sock wool, superwash nylon blend, and I think I had like 7 skeins that I had taken from almost all of them because I made rainbow pride type of socks, so I had to get all the rainbow colors. I have used merino wool superwash, and I didn't react very much to it. I thought I would react to it a little bit, but I'm not sure I actually did. So that's the only only animal fiber that seems to be working, or at least the ones I did get. But yeah, superwash merino. I have tried and it did work. Sheep's wool is bad. I think, or at least it feels like superwash is working better than non-superwash. But the worst thing ever is alpaca. I can't even touch it. I have one of these really big cakes. Like you'd say these are big. These are some of the biggest cakes you can get at Hobby. But the wheel of alpaca, it's bigger. And I have one really, really pretty one, and I got it because I was planning to make something for my grandma, just a big shawl. With just this one big blue ombre type colors. And I have it in a bag in a box. And when I open the box and sneak peek into the bag, that's all it takes. And I will have an allergic reaction. So I can't even touch it. Or I don't even have to touch it to react to it, unfortunately. Sorry. Pizza is here. Yes, Lori, we need to see pictures of the pizza. Can we deal with this? Let's, for all you guys that has requested to join my Facebook group, unless someone already took care of that, let's approve you guys and see what we have going. So yes, of course, yes. I'm gonna keep it around in case there is anyone else. Because of course we want to see a picture of Lori's pizza. So if she posts one soon and lets me know that she posts it, I can show you guys. Yes. The link to my Facebook group is in the description down below. So it's fine. Yes. Oh, it's fine, Samantha. It's totally fine. It's all good. Yeah, so if there's any more people that is requesting the Facebook group thingy, yeah, I'll keep an eye on that in a bit. And if Lori drops a picture of the pizza, we will look at it. Yes. Because I want to see what a pretzel crusted pepperoni pizza looks like. I can't even imagine. But it sounds good. Yes, for sure. How am I doing? I've been up. Now I have to think again. 22 hours. And it's been a very eventful week. It's been a very eventful day, night, all of the above. Yeah, we're missing Dawn tonight. She needs to rest. She had the toughest of the days. Yes. So she just needs to rest. And we need to show her some love when we see her, because that's what she deserves. But she would have been here if it wasn't for the fact that a lot of things happened. She needed to rest. She didn't get any rest. If she had rested, I would have said, okay, sure, come and hang out, but just we can have fun. And she was in the chat for a bit, and I think she's sleeping now. We're hoping she's sleeping. It is 2 minutes past midnight. It's Monday morning for me in Sweden. Yes, I am in Sweden. So I am already in Monday. There might be someone that's, around my time here still. And there might be some people in the future. But yeah. So Lori, post a picture when you can, please. And it's totally fine that you're quiet while eating. No one wants to hear you talk with your mouth full of food. Yeah. Yeah, see, New Zealand is in the future. It's in, also in the AMs, but closer to midday. It's lunchtime. You having lunch soon? What's for lunch? What are we eating? Lori's having pizza that I want to see a picture of. Yes, so more requests and yes, awesome. So far, I don't see any pictures of a pizza, but yeah, let me know if when you put one up, and we'll look at it, because I want to look at it. So oh yeah, right, you were gonna mow your lawn, and now you're hot and tired, and are you too tired to eat? You haven't mowed the orchard. Well, that sounds like you have a lot of things to mow. Yes, my Facebook group is in the description down below. And mainly I created it so that you guys can share pictures of what you're doing. A lot of the people that hangs out here doesn't have their own channels or ways to show what they're working on. And I'm nosy. I want to see what you're doing, because I get to share what I'm doing. And it's not more than fair that you get to show me what you're doing. I have been working on my own pattern today. I have it written down. I've been testing it and double checking and working on my pattern. And now I'm also making a bunch more to actually make a project out of it, so that I can take some pictures of what it will look like if you put multiples together. And there is a plan to record a tutorial at some point. So maybe a tutorial is going to come at the same time as I release the pattern. I guess. But that's something I've been working on today. So yeah. And also we've been talking about some shawls I've made and things and things. Crochet and funsies. Yes. That's what we do. The pizza has pictures. Yes. Okay, awesome. So let me just, I see that there was more requests. Okay, let's get it up here. Did we get more people to come in here? Or is it just someone that has a name that I don't recognize? Because yes, I know your names that I can see, but I don't all know your actual names. So it sometimes is confusing to me that I don't always know who is who in the YouTube streets. Yes, so let me see what we have going on here. And I see pictures of pizza. It does look yummy. Like, yes, please give me. Okay. Okay. Where is it? Does that look good or what? Like, yes. Send some over. It kind of looks like there's something sprinkled on top. Is that like sesame seeds or like a thin layer of Parmesan cheese? I'm not tired at this point. No. Why would you be quiet, Neil? Why would I be finished? You hasn't said I was allowed to leave. Yes, I was talking about Dawn. I've been giving you guys updates and that Dawn needs to rest and that she might be missing out on Hobby Bingo because I told her to rest. Yes. Hopefully she listens, but I can only do so much. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Some names, as I said, I don't always know your real names, and I'm sorry, but I'm not really good at remembering it. So even if I've heard it a couple of times, I might still not know. Some are easier to remember. I guess it's also, I guess if I've talked a lot or a little to people, if I only see you in a chat now and then, it's definitely harder to remember the names. And sometimes I don't even connect the dots. Like I see the names of, well, someone mentioning a real name, and I don't always actually know who that is referring to. So that's not going to make it easier for me to remember. Salt on top. Okay, yeah, that's, I see that. That could also be that. Yes. Oh, so yarn arm. I have no idea how I would pronounce that. I honestly don't know. I kind of want to skip some letters at the end and think that that would be a kind of a different type of spelling of Sheila. Would that be somewhat correct? I don't know. I'm sorry if that's way off. Well, cheeky answers to my questions is also allowed. Totally. I just put the questions there to, I guess some people like to answer questions, and some people are not really people, and I just wanted to keep them out of there. But there's people in my Facebook group that doesn't crochet. It's just people that likes to hang out and talk about other crafty stuff, and they are also welcome, even though they have no idea what a crochet stitch looks like, how to do it, or yeah, you're still welcome. Well, Neil, I think I'm pretty okay with how you pronounce your name, I guess. So I wasn't too far off on the pronunciation of your name then? Spot on. Yes, okay. So I don't want to be the person, but I want to be the person. I am seeing a lot of things today that is a bit out of what I normally have here. So we have new records. Um, we're breaking records every time I do a live stream. Okay, there's more people here than I think I've had on a live stream at the same time. There's also, I think we might have the most. No, maybe not. I did a longer stream and I did get more thumbs up, but we're close to record breaking thumbs up during a live stream, and some people thumbs up on replays. But yes, we have a lot of people here. I know this might not sound a lot, but we have had tops in here of people here at the same time. That is higher than I have ever had. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me, because I know there's a lot of places that you could be, but you're here with me. Thank you. Thank you guys. Oh, and Jerry's still here, lurking in the bushes. You've been quiet. Mary King is here. Hello. But yeah, I'm just every time I do a live stream, there's a new record in some way. Sometimes we are, it's thumbs up, or it's people at the same time, or just a lot of people. It's, yeah. There's also the record of sitting here. I think so far my longest stream was 6 hours and 40 minutes, maybe. Yes. Well, I have had help to get where I am today. We all know that a lot of, well, we found each other on different places. I like to hang out with a lot of people, and I like to see that you are hanging out together. There's crafters, there's builders, there's crocheters, there's all sorts of people hanging out here, and I love to see you guys together. Yes. Yeah, one of the reasons that Dawn kind of pushed towards having the scrap dolls on my channel was because that we were splitting the chat up, and it's easier for you guys to talk to each other if we're all in the same place, as well as she is really, really supporting and knows that I need a lot of watch hours to get, closer to the monetization goals. She already has the mini monetization with the 500 subscribers and the 3,000 watch hours to get the fan funding, super stickers, super chats, and super thanks. But that's not available in Sweden. So I have to work my way towards the full monetization with the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, which I've been, my channel's growing faster and faster, which I really enjoy. I really like to see all the new peoples, but I know that the watch hour is going to be the biggest hurdle to come across, or like to pass, because I'm not that far off from the 1,000 subscribers. I'm at this rate, I should be having the subscribers in time for Christmas. But my watch hours are so far away from that. And all my channel is closer to 2 years. I'm almost at the 2 year mark of my channel. And it's actually coming up in November. But I have been posting very inconsistent, like, there was gaps in my postings on my channel because mental health issues. I have a family and kids that needs attention, and when I haven't been feeling good, I haven't posted content. So I've been slowly gaining all these subscribers over a long time, but yeah, it's just in now, I guess, that I'm starting to really get to know the people behind the subscriber numbers, which I really enjoy. I really like you to interact like this. I didn't do live streams really a lot in the past. I was afraid to show my face. There was a lot of things. And just the last few months, I've been really picking up pace, and I guess I'm just rolling on it. But I I haven't been growing my channel for a really, it might be a channel that's been here for a bit, but it's just these last few months where actually stuff has happened. So yeah, watch hours, I'm not even halfway there. So I'm not stressing it, but I'm definitely hoping it's going to happen at some point soon. Maybe in time for Christmas. I don't know. Oh no, Joe. What shawl is that we're working on to toss out the window or in the trash? What is wrong with the shawl? What can we do to help? Um, well, Lori, I can definitely talk about cultures and foods and yarns and holidays and all that fun stuff. So yes, pick my brain on it. Yeah, I can definitely I can definitely talk about those type of things a lot. Yes. I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you where most of my subscribers come from, Neil, because I've been getting a lot of new subscribers lately, and it's I don't really see it as getting new subscribers. It's getting new friends because I just talk to people in live chats on all sorts of different topics. I was hanging out in live chats talking about a volcanic eruption on Iceland for a bit, and I know that I at least gained 2 subscribers from there. If they're still around, I don't know. But yes, I'm all over the place. And yes, Divergent Crafter, I have been talking to Dawn, and as far as I know, she was able to fall asleep. I have been getting some updates during my time streaming, And I have been, until I started my live stream, I have been talking to her. And I did tell her to take the day off from live streams and sleep, turn all the alarm clocks off. If she wakes up and feels good enough for Hobby Bingo, she will be here because that's where she loves to be. But I also told her, like, we're not going to be upset if she misses it. Yeah. So there's a, I wouldn't say a 50-50 that there's no Hobby Bingo or there is a Hobby Bingo, but yeah, she is as okay as she can be. She just had a hard time relaxing and get rest and sleep. So I think it's more important that she sleeps rather than pushes herself and come and hang out with us. Even though we'd love to see her here, but we need to have her healthy and safe and all things. Throw it in a corner for a week and give the naughty yarn a timeout. Oh, I have done that. I have put stuff to the side where they don't spark joy, and then I took it back up and I looked at it and I frogged it. Or I did something like continued. But yes. Crocheting a border on your first knitted shawl. That sounds nice. I know that there's people that knits and crochets in the same projects, and that can be really pretty. Yes. Well, Neil, then you have more watch hours than I do. Um, so, Joe, you think it's wavy where it should be straight? Is it that it's like being wavy like this or like that, or is it like, I don't know, like is it just not straight and wonky in one or the other direction? Because some shawls are like that, that they will not be totally straight, but they can block it to be more straight. Yeah, blocking is usually something that will fix problems. And a lot of things is blockable to fix. If it's too wonky, it's hard, but it's definitely worth trying. Call it the waves shawl, water waves. That's a cute thing. Do you have a pattern that you're following and the stitch count is right? Then it's probably just something you need to block. It could be due to tension, too small hook size, too big hook size. Yeah, there's. It's hard to tell without seeing it, but yeah, if you're following a pattern and the pattern is correct, you're probably on the right track. Mm-mm-mm. Working on the timeout box. You have a timeout box and there's project that's been in there for 18 months. Um, I don't know how old my oldest whip UFO something is. Hmm. I honestly couldn't tell you. Because when I look around, I keep finding whips I totally forgot about. Yep. I guess it's a thing. Oh, and yes, you can always say it's a design choice. No pattern. Okay. Well, if you post a picture so that we could see like what type of waves we're getting, we might be able to give you suggestions to how to work around it, or you know, not have to frog and still have a decent outcome. Mm-mm. So, question. When does something turn from a whip to a UFO? Is there a timeline? Is it like if it's been a whip for X amount of time, does it turn into a UFO? Or is it just, oh, I have this. I don't know when I worked on it. I don't know what pattern it is. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know what to do. Is that the UFOs? Lori, I love it. You have a closet in your basement office space and you call it Area 51 because that's where you stash all your UFOs. Oh my God, I need a UFO. Where do I gonna put the Area 51? Does it go up or does it go down? Because I have a little room down at the bottom. I have more room here up top. You don't see all this messy stuff up there. I think I have more room up there, so it would be make more sense to have it up there. But yes, I need an Area 51. I'm so stealing that idea from you. Does your yarn actually change after being timed out? Well, our opinions about the yarn might change. We might like it more, or we might dislike it more. Mm. I love to crochet is asking the temperature in Texas. Nightbot will be able to assist you with weather reports if you want to. You just have to ask for the weather and what area. I think you guys know how that works. And I have no exclamation points or things, just weather and city, zip code, something, something. Yes. If you're no longer working on it, it's not a whip. So how would we look at Granny D's Mount Whitmore? Is that just Area 51? Because it sounds like some of the stuff in there is UFOs, and maybe then some. Maybe they evolved. For Divergent Crafter, the UFOs is when you cannot get back to work on it because you're no longer sure of the pattern or the location of the pattern. Well, yeah, totally agree on that. Well, UFO, it's unfinished objects, but the UFO in the alien term. Sorry, too tired to remember, but you guys probably know the other, um, the other abbreviation thingy thingy thingy. I'm allowed to be tired now. I'm allowed to not know all the things and the words and stuffs, and also I'm still just the silly Swede that doesn't have English as my native main language thingy. So it was not good in the first place. It's not helping when you haven't slept. Yes. Well, Lori, you don't have any crochet projects that's longer than 3 years old because you've only been crocheting for 3 years ish. I'm kind of around your hoods there. I started crocheting in, I want to say, late summer, fall type thing, 2019. 2019, about, I guess, about this time of year. Until then, I was diamond painting my eyes out for forever. 2017 is where I had an accident and was no longer able to work. And I started diamond painting as a stress relief, therapy, whatever you want to call it. That was my therapy. I diamond painted so much. I have posted on my Instagram pictures of the diamond paintings that I took pictures of, and I posted to keep them saved, I guess. And then I just threw them out. I have some still. I did frame some. But I had to put down the diamond paintings because I got pregnant. And for those who know that when pregnant, big belly, diamond painting, leaning forward, doing stuff on your desk, big belly, diamond painting forward, not a good combination. So I put down the diamond paintings. I picked up a crochet hook and I have been crocheting since. There's only been, I guess, a handful of days since I picked up the crochet hook that I haven't crocheted. I didn't crochet anything while I was in the hospital giving birth. So there was a few days off from crocheting. I've had a couple of periods where I was just sick, sleeping, not enough energy, and sometimes there's days where you just don't have time. I don't like them days, but they are still there. But I basically crochet every day. So all you have seen me show, like all the shawls, the blankets, and all the other things, has been crocheted these last 3.5, 4 years, something like that. And I did learn to crochet and knit in school. I don't like knitting because dropping stitches is not my thing. No, no, no. One stitch at a time is my cup of tea. Yes, thank you. So I did learn the basics, but I learned to read patterns, read diagrams all by myself through YouTube's, through Pinterest, through, yeah. So if I can do it, you can do it. Yes. So you've been talking. I am way behind in the chats. Neil says he knows what a real UFO is. I bet you do. Have you ever seen one, though? Do we believe that UFOs exist, other than the UFOs that ends up in the Area 51s of our yarn rooms? Thank you, Soul Yarn Arm. Kits and bits are freezing. Yeah, turn the heating on or put some socks on. Could also help. Socks or slippers, yes. Well, scale model Ninja is awake. And I'm guessing you're having a little bit of a laugh for my Halloween costume. Or like, it's spooky season. This is what I'm going to be rocking all my live streams through this month. Because I can. Because I wanted to spice it up a little bit. Because it's spooky season. And some might say it's a part of my personality. I don't know what they're talking about. You think that diamond painting is slow, Divergent Crafter. Well, when you are just, I guess, not in the right mindset to do a lot of things, it's the perfect thing to relax and not think about a lot of things. For those that have diamond painted, you might know that there's a tool that you can use to place multiple pieces at a time. I hate them. To me, that's cheating. I love to use tweezers and do them one by one. Yes, and I prefer the square ones. They also have a really crispy, nice ASMR type sound that I love. Yeah, sometimes I really do miss diamond painting, to the point, where did I put it? I did have a diamond painting out yesterday to show my brother that was here visiting. Where did I put the thing though? Didn't I take it? Oh wait, I think I see it. Um, it's probably not the type of kit I would have gotten in the past. I didn't pick it. I let my kids pick. So I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do this because crocheting takes up all my time. But it is, I guess, like tiles. But it's supposed to not only have the round drills, it's also got some special oval shaped, cat eye shaped, teardrops, bigger and smaller types of shapes. I don't know exactly where they're going, but I think like there's a really big in the center of that one. So yeah, it's a special type of kit, but I don't know. I might do it someday. Yes. Did I say hello to Carrie? I think I did. I don't know. I'm sorry if yeah, but hello. Uh Neil, you have a big belly and you're not even pregnant. Well, maybe diamond painting is not gonna work for good for you. I don't know. Mm. Oh, oh, Lori, that's so cute. You have a lab. That's where the frogs that needs to be dissected live. So I guess they live there until you have time to rip it, rip it, rip it. The R&D, mm, I don't know what the R&D stands for. Yeah, Lori, I love your sense of humor. I also need, I need to steal this. Like, I need an Area 51. I need a lab. Yes, please, thank you. Mm. Square drills, diamond painting is just, yes, please, thank you. I love that. Am I caught up in the chat? I am at the bottom of the chat. Okay, yeah, there is. We're having so much fun. I don't want to leave. You guys, I'm doing overtime, even though it's just me, myself, and I. Yes, yes. Um, Cheers. Hydrate. I see that diamond painting can be similar to puzzles. I like jigsaw puzzles. I do. We did get a jigsaw puzzle as a Christmas present last Christmas. It was one of these special jigsaw puzzles. You know, the type you send in a picture and they will make a jigsaw puzzle from your picture. We got that. We did do it not very long ago, actually. I think is it like 2 weeks since we made the puzzle? Cause yeah, we've been busy renovating the house and other puzzles and yeah, so we just didn't have time for that particular puzzle until now. But it was fun to do a puzzle with the family in it, because yeah, it was the family on the picture, on the puzzle. Yes, I like puzzles. Another sidetracking geeky thing, I sometimes really derail, and I did mention before that I watched live streams of the volcanic eruption on Iceland. I've been watching the live streams from the World Championships of Jigsaw Puzzles that was in Spain. not too long ago. There's a YouTuber called Karen Puzzles. She was participating. I love watching her videos where she just puzzles. She's awesome. But that's also how I've learned that there was like the Jigsaw Puzzle World Championships, which is really cool. And yeah, they were live streaming that not too long ago. So I had to watch. Earlier this weekend, well, I'm in Monday now, okay? It's 41 minutes past midnight. It's Monday morning. But Friday, Saturday, and maybe a bit of Sunday, I don't know. I didn't watch the finals. But there was a GeoGuessr World Cup thing. There's World Cups and championships and things in a lot of things I didn't think of sport. GeoGuessr? That's like looking at a picture and trying to figure out where in the world the picture was taken. Which is kind of... Is it a sport to be good at looking at maps and pictures? It's cool though. It's actually more action-filled and interesting than I expected it to be. I am just gonna check. There's things happening in my Facebook group. For those that missed it, I have a Facebook group that you can join to post pictures of what you are working on, because I'd love to see what you're working on, not just, you get to see what I'm working on when I'm on the YouTubes. But some of you don't have that way of showing what you're doing. So in the description box is a link to my Facebook group, and yeah, you can show what you're working on, what's inspiring you. And we've been looking at a pizza, because there was a pizza that I'd never heard of. Pretzel crust. To me, that's just mind-blowing. Pretzel crusted pepperoni pizza with a cheese filling thingy thing in the outside crust. That's also, yeah. It looks yummy. But my initial thought was like the mini pretzels, the pretzels, like sprinkled on top together with the pepperoni. I guess that could have been a thing, but it wasn't that thing that we were talking about here. I am not a biggest fan of 3D puzzles. I prefer the flat, just regular jigsaw puzzles. I think most of the puzzles I've done is the Ravensburger. But there's other good puzzles too. I don't like puzzle dust. No. Yes, I also have an Instagram for those who wants to hang out on the Instagrams. I don't know if it's linked in the actual description box. It might be. But I also have a Linktree link further down, and that will take you to a lot of the places. That is not just, I'm not putting all the links up, but I have all the links in the Linktree. So there you can find more things. Yes. There's tip jars, there's PayPals, there's Instagrams, there's Facebooks, there's things. Okay? I am a little bit all over the place, and you most likely will find me here in some live chat somewhere, or yeah, because I need to get better at putting up content myself. But I often find myself too busy crocheting and listening to other people's live streams that I don't have time to create my own content. That's why live streams is good for me, because that means I can talk and crochet at the same time. Because sometimes it feels like creating content is taking away from my crochet time. Yep. It is actually kind of like that sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I was kind of worried that I was going to be too tired to do this, that it would be hard to do this without Dawn being tired on top of it, because we like hanging out here together, and I do occasionally worry about, what to talk about next. Sometimes it's like I don't have plans to talk, what am I going to talk about today? And also, not having slept a lot, I did worry, probably more than I normally would. And also, I was already worried for other reasons. It was a rough day. Um, and I did initially say that I am tired. I'm not sure I'm gonna do like the normal 2 hours that we intend to do the 2 hours, because well, I have the family. I don't know if yeah, you probably haven't heard this, but I have the family to consider in all the things I do, and I did kind of negotiate to get these few hours on Sundays to be like all focused on the streams. Um, so if kids wakes up, if I wouldn't be the one that had to take them. I could just focus on the streams, hang out, and just have fun. If I go live during other times of the day or other times of the week, if the kids wake up, um, I'm disappearing, or you know, yeah. That's why you mostly will find me on panels during other days of the week, because it is easier for me to just pop up on a panel, hang out for 10 minutes, and show what I'm doing, and then I can leave, um, and I don't have to worry about too much of the other things. And if I need to mute myself for a bit, I can do that if there's other people talking. So it is preferred to hang out with you guys, um, while I am here. But at least I have the Sundays kind of off mommy duties for a few hours. And I want to take advantage of that to, well, as much as possible. So we did say 2 hours, and we haven't been able to keep the 2 hours so far. And I didn't keep it today either. Yeah. I guess I should try to keep it to the 2 hours, because I need to learn how to time manage. It is what it is. Not today. Today we're having fun. Um, Parental leave. He's home and taking care of kids. Because that's a thing in Sweden, that we have parental leave, not, mom days off. We have parents. We get a lot of days. Yeah, so at the time being, that's, well, he took some time off to do the renovations during the summer. And I've been on sick leave since 2017. So basically, it's only the oldest kid that leaves the house during the days because he goes to school. So there's not a lot of time that I could hang out at the moment. If I had been going live like I am now a year ago, I could have been here all day because I was home alone for hours. I just wasn't at the point where I could step out of the comfort zone, and hang out with you guys in the way I am now. I wish this was a year ago. Because trust me, I would have had so much time to hang out with you guys. So much. Yep. But it is what it is. I'm getting a reminder that there's food that is cold, but that I should eat it before I go to bed. I have multiple Hamburglers. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Me being a YouTuber. This is more me talking about yarn and not making his ears bleed. Because he doesn't really want to hear all about the yarn, so he's just happy that I have someone else to talk about that with. Yeah. So yeah, I don't see it as me being a YouTuber. I'm seeing it as me hanging out with my friends, and as long as YouTube isn't paying me, I'm not considering myself being a YouTuber. That's, I guess, that's where I need to get over the threshold of YouTube paying me, and then I am a YouTuber. Yes. Yes, I am going to enjoy my hamburglers. Yes. Multiple hamburglers. Yes, yes, yes. Evil grin. I will be enjoying them. So I was thinking that I would slowly wrap it up here in the next 8 minutes. Um, yes. Do we want to talk about something? Like, is there anything that anyone wants to like last minute questions or anything? Just feel free. I'm seeing a lot of happy hearts and thumbs ups in my Facebook groups. Or yeah, in the Facebook group, and there's comments. I'm gonna enjoy looking at that when I'm eating. Yes. Oh, thank you, Lori. Project of the weekend project is finished, and there's a posted picture in the group. I'm gonna look. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, awesome. Oh, you guys, I don't really want to leave you. There's so many of you here, but I am a nice YouTuber, YouTube person. We are going to just check the YouTube streets. No, very Swedish. So, what is going on in the YouTube streets right now? Do we have anyone going live soon? Is there anyone live now? Neil does have a live stream up because Neil wants some new or some more watch hours. But Neil, I've seen the ghost multiple times today. Can we get the ghost a friend? The ghost is looking so lonely hanging in that tree. And I do like your other live streams more. Yes, because yes. Or just give the ghost a friend so we have something new to look at. But guys, do we have anyone, like, I know that there's a lot of people that I'm not yet subscribed to because I haven't met everyone yet. And yeah. Well, it looks like it's still up. It says live. I'm not clicking on it, but yeah, I don't know. But if you guys know anyone that's going live, I'm guessing maybe someone's going live in 6 minutes. Kelly Crochet Adventure. Do I know who that is? Is that someone that I need to? Is that a new friend that I need to become friends with? Apparently so. See, that's why I like this place. There's a lot of people that I still just haven't met yet. Well, it looks like there's a stream that should have started 10 minutes ago. That's what it looks like. There's some people waiting in the chat, so we're gonna do this. What did we say? We said So I'm going to drop the link to Kelly. There we go. And I guess if it pops live over there, if she comes up, then a scrappy raid, I think is that a good thing? Is that a good idea? Does she like raids? I don't know. I've never met this person before. But I am the Scraptastic Crocheter, so Scrappy it is. Yes. I couldn't really figure out a good name for my raids, so Scrappy Raids, it's just it's the first thing that came to my mind. If you have other suggestions, then I'm all open for suggestions. Garden State Gardener is also live. Yes, so let's hope that Kelly goes live. I'm going to say good night. I'm going to go enjoy my foods. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever. Yes. And next time we see Dawn, just give her some extra love because she deserves it. And yeah, don't worry. She'll be off. She'll be okay. It was just a rough day, and it's just her living situation needs to be figured out somewhat. I can just. She's been living with someone that has been a roommate and that doesn't want to leave and doesn't pay rent, and it derailed. Okay. So we're all just hoping that this person will leave, but she isn't really feeling safe living there, so she is trying to relocate. So yeah, not saying too much, but just a little recap for those who missed it, that there was a lot of things that happened today, and we just hope that she will get out of that place and find a place that she will feel safe. And we might see her more on live streams because she does feel more safe being live. Because if something would happen, we will be there, we will see it, and we can help out. Like we did today. We helped her today. And it didn't get as bad as it could have gone. Yes. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me. And Sundays it is. Same time, same place. Hopefully, most likely, we will have Dawn here as well next Sunday. And that's the only thing I do have scheduled during the weeks. I am trying to pop up here and there. Sometimes I'm hanging out with OM Granny Square, Ursula. When she goes live, I've been hanging out with VJ sometimes if it works, if kids are sleeping, or there's places where I pop up occasionally. Yes. And there's probably a lot of more places for me to explore, hang out, and new friends to be made. So that's yeah. That's how it is. We're just hanging out and talking about what we like, and I like to geek out on yarn and crochet. That's my therapy and my happy place. So thank you all for tonight. I hope you just enjoy whatever you're doing. You guys have the best day you can. I'm gonna go and eat and then I'm gonna sleep. Okay? Bye bye.